Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to quickly explain some growth tips and maintenance tips that you can apply for the Tulsi plant for increased life. Well, that's it. Let's get quickly started. Also, if you haven't seen the first part of this video, then please check out the I button or the pop-up banner on top. So after about 2 weeks from transferring to the pots, you can see how well these plants have grown. Of course, a few of them have not survived because over here only two of them are there, and here also only few are there. So this clearly gives idea of the concept of survival of the fittest. So many saplings we had planted, actually so many seeds we had put, and then out of which only few saplings came, and now only few of them have survived. You can see over here also this one did not manage to survive. So I have kept these pots over here only, which is away from direct sunlight, but gets a lot of indirect sunlight, and they have grown pretty well. One thing to keep in mind is, first of all, any weeds or any unnecessary plants that grow. For example, this. Now, this is definitely not a Tulsi plant, so you can just pull it out like that and throw it away. Over here, also carefully, you can see this plant is actually not Tulsi. It is a very wild plant that grows in my garden here, and we try our best to remove these as much as possible, but still it keeps growing. Now, this actually occupies a lot of space as well as the nutrients from the soil. That's why we have to remove this as and when it grows. So I will remove it now in front of you over here. You can see. So this is the plant. In Tamil, it's called Manatakali. It has very good medicinal properties, but it grows like a very wild plant. It is a wild plant actually. So we will just discard that. Now talking about the tips, the first point to keep in mind is that whenever now over here when you see the plant already about 3 or 4 nodes have come. Now this is the right time when you can pinch the plant from top. So we pinch the plant like this on top. So by that what happens is the plant will continue to grow from the side nodes and they will spread like this. They will start spreading that way. Then when they grow again, we'll pinch the plant from there and they will grow further. So by this what actually happens is that first of all the plant will gain more strength, since otherwise it would just grow as a single plant like this. So it will gain more strength, and also it will lead to development of so many more leaves. Over here also same thing we can do. We can just pinch this one over here, and even this also, don't worry if some extra leaves come out, that's okay, that's not a problem. Even this one also we can pinch little extra, we will pinch. So the main advantage of pinching like this is you're imparting strength to the plant, and as well you're allowing the plant to grow more. So wait for about 3 to 4 nodes of the initial plant to grow, and after that you can pinch. I would like to give another example with this one here, with this Tulsi plant which is growing along with the fern. So you can see this is the initial stem where we have pinched. We did not pinch the tops very frequently. That's why the subsequent stem lengths from the nodes are very long. So over here you can see this has got already 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth node is coming. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's why it is always important to pinch, so that you will not only get more leaves, but you are also promoting the growth of the plant from the nodes in the sides. Now over here also I have not pinched it, so I will pinch it here. Now if you see over here, this has been pinched previously, how the growth is happening from the sides. So the more this happens, the more leaves the plant will have, the more it will be able to grow, and the more stronger the plant will be. The second point is that for long life of the plant, you should ensure that the plant does not produce seeds at all. Now over here you can see in this Tulsi plant there are so many seeds over here slowly coming. So all of them we have to remove. So removing it is very easy. I just can just pinch it like this. Okay. So just like this, we have to remove all these seeds that are coming, because what will happen is when the seeds are there, so the plant will divert all its energy towards the seeds instead of promoting the growth for the plant. So for that reason, the seeds have to be removed so that the energy in the plant goes towards the growth. So here I have taken out few seeds. I am yet to take out all of them. So a few of them I have taken out. So these are obviously this is not fully developed. So what you can do with this is you can actually put this in your tea. Along when you make tea, you can put this. It gives a very good flavor. Or else in the morning when you boil water, at that time also you can put. It gives a very good flavor to the water. So this brings me to the third point, which is the moisture of the soil. So if we provide less resources to the plant, then obviously the plant will promote itself to grow the seeds. That's why keep the soil as moist as possible. Keep it moist, simply stated, and don't allow it to be dry, because when it's dry, obviously the plant will get deprived of resources and it will start to produce the seeds. So over here, I sometimes water it once in 2 days. Sometimes when it's very sunny or very windy, then I water it every day because it gets dry too quickly. So the more frequently you expose the plant to a dry soil, the more the plant will want to produce the seeds. Even now you can see from here, even after pinching, some of these seeds are growing. From here they are coming, and even here also they are coming. So this definitely will have to be pinched out. So this plant also, you can see I have pinched out quite frequently, and it has this stem is very thick. It's become so thick because I pinched it out at an early stage. So this is the strength that we want to implant, that we want to impart to the plant, and not something like this where I have not pinched it at all and it has only grown over here. So that's all in part 2 of this video, guys, and with this we come to the end of this series. I hope you understood these steps properly, and also hope that when you apply them correctly, your tulsi plant will also grow very well, very robust, and will grow for a very long time. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also share it among your friends, family members, and everyone else. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a great day.